Hello, everyone. I'm Phoenix Tremaine, and today we're going to be doing the Days of Our Lives commentary. I saw in the comment section a lot of you wanted the commentary, so I'm going to give it a try and see if it has numbers like General Hospital does, and I'll just keep on doing it. So going ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, but go ahead and hit that like button. That'll also let me know that you're enjoying the comments and you want them to continue. You can also let me know in the comment section that you want the commentary to continue. And hopefully this will be a good segment that I can keep going with. So now, unlike the General Hospital one where I talk about the week that just passed, I'm instead going to talk about the whole show because I haven't done any real commentary on Days of Our Lives, significant commentary. So I'm just going to talk about the whole show. And then once, after this video, then I'll probably just do weekly. But I'm just going to let you know how I'm feeling about the whole show as a whole. So we're going to begin with Nicole's exit story. So she leaves Thursday, July 25th. So they're wrapping up this story pretty quickly. The actress Ari Zucker said that, they rushed her exit, and, I believe they did. So they just reunited Nicole and Eric, and he now knows that they have a son together. She asked EJ for a divorce. But something's going to happen to, I guess, make this happy ending tragic, because I don't know about you, but the only thing I could think of that would separate Nicole and Eric and baby is like her plane goes down, her car goes off the road, but nobody is found, because she did say they did not get rid of her character. So she doesn't pass away. But we'll know in about a week and a half what Nicole's fate will be. But it's just a sad thing because she's such a good actress. Her reasons for leaving is because she's suing because she was SA. And I guess the retaliation is kicking her off the show. So, I don't know the details. It's just, just on the outside looking in, that's what it seems like. But hopefully down the road, they'll be able to bring Nicole back, hopefully as Ari Zucker. We're going to move on now to getting this Alex and Xander story wrapped up. So I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the Alexander saga to, at least this part of it, to come to an end. Xander needs to find out that he is Victor's actual son. He turned down the money from Maggie. He's trying to do his own thing. And I've just been waiting for the announcement of when the double wedding is, because it's obvious that this is still July sweeps. Now, I think July sweeps in on like the July 24th. So I'm hoping that this is where it all comes out, because Ron did say Xander would learn in the summer, and it's hot. So it don't get much more summer than where we are right now. And the double wedding does happen on July 19th, which is the start of it. And that is the day that the Xander's mother shows up. And of course, she knows who his father is. So I think, and it says that she wants to make amends with Xander. So I think that's going to be her telling him the truth, that he really is Victor's son. And then it's all going to come to the head, and it's all going to come out. And I saw a post that actor that plays Alex Robert, he posted a script where it looks like he's with he's with Stephanie again. So where does that leave Teresa 2.0? Hopefully it means Gwen's coming back. Because I like Emily playing Gwen more than I like her playing Teresa. Pretty much gotten used to it now, but yeah, I need the English accent back because the American accent seems like it just feels really forced. But I'm ready for this to wrap up. Emily just won an Emmy, or hold on, I can't remember if she won an Emmy or she was nominated. I know she was nominated for an Emmy. I can't remember if she won because I know the actress that plays Sally, she won Best Supporting, so maybe she was just nominated. Um, but I'm ready for Gwen to come back. Let me know in the comments if you're ready for Gwen to come back, or do you want her to continue as Teresa? Um, Now we're going to move on to the ramifications of Xander learning that he's Victor's son. We've learned that there's going to be a war between Titan and DiMera. And Kristen hates Xander, Xander hates Kristen, and I'm sure Maggie will go along to get along. So, so all of this is going to come out, and that's why we have Kristen is in charge of DiMera, and you've got Ava, who's also going to be a part of DiMera. They didn't say what she can be doing, but spoilers have revealed that she's going to be a major player at DiMera. And we also have Melinda. So we got, Melinda, who managed to get this job as a DiMera lawyer just in time before the EJ secret just blew up. And I think Kristen, even though Kristen accidentally caused Melinda's daughter to pass away, I think they'll probably get tight because I think they're building up these three women in charge of DiMera. And then that's going to be them going after Xander and Maggie, or vice versa. So that's going to be interesting. EJ no longer has shares, so I'm sure he'll be working overtime to get his shares back because he's going to be out for revenge on everybody involved in the story. And I'm actually looking forward to it, especially as Xander being a power player at Titan, and just the idea of him in scenes with Kristen is just really good. So I'm looking forward to the DiMera Titan War. Now let's get something that I'm not necessarily liking. New Gabby. So I've talked about this on our membership live, where I've stated the reason why I do not like the new Gabby is that Camilla, when she played Gabby, was very fiery and passionate, and she jump in people's faces and say what she had to say. And she was actually would like speak really quickly, fast when she was like going off on somebody. But new Gabby is different. And I guess different can be okay, but she is the complete opposite of Camilla. She is so laid back and controlled. And the one thing that Gabby wasn't was control, and they did show Gabby at the press conference, and she didn't have control. She went on ahead and outed EJ for what he did with his part in the baby switch, not telling Eric and Nicole the truth. But she was still low key, to the point where, Stephanie, you gonna let them call me a liar? You know, I could just see Camilla just chewing up all of those lines, all of that, everything. And so I miss Camilla. And I have high hopes that the new Gabby, I will get used to her better than I've gotten used to Gwen being Teresa, or Emily O'Brien being Teresa. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. Okay. And another person I got to get used to is going to be new Abigail who may not be Abigail. So if you don't know, the new kind of sort of Abigail is going to be uh, has amnesia and she's had plastic surgery. So she doesn't look like Abigail, and she doesn't have Abigail's memories. But of course, just like on All My Children, when they brought back um, Dixie, and Dixie didn't look nothing like Dixie, wasn't even the same height as Dixie. And then when they brought the original back, you could see the height difference. You could see that just as we accepted that Dixie was going to be, that this was a real Dixie, even though she didn't look like Dixie or whatever. I think that might happen here. I think they're leaving the door open for one of the Abigails to come back. We know Kate Manzi is on General Hospital now. But Marcy Miller, she's my favorite Abigail. If Marcy Miller decides to come back, I can definitely see them revealing that, oh, she actually wasn't Abigail. She doesn't look like her. She had plastic surgery. And so that means they can bring back an old Abigail and just have both on the show, just like they also did on General Hospital with Jason and Drew. They established Drew was actually Jason, and he had his face messed up in a car accident. I think Ava like rolled over his face or something, and he had plastic surgery. So he went from looking exactly like Jason to looking like a completely different person. And when Steve Burton decided to come back, like, oops, no, 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 that's Drew's twin brother. This is actually Jason. Jason is actually Jason. Steve Burton is Jason. And I think that's where they're going to go with why they're leaving it, the door open, and why they're choosing the whole plastic surgery route. But for the foreseeable future, she's going to turn out to be kind of sort of Abigail. Next, we're going to move on to Leo. So I kind of knew Leo wasn't going to hook up with Carrie because the second day they like restarted like their dialogue. And I was like, instead of them showing them like in the aftermath or whatever. And this is like Leo trying to be a good guy and not be so impulsive. Because I think his real love interest is going to be the doctor, who I think his real love interest is a doctor. And I don't know if they'll keep Carrie around for like a love triangle, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really not, I think Leo's okay. But and I like him that he's a little more toned down, but as a central character, I need more. He's okay, but it's not like, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you're a fan of Leo or if you feel like he needs something or something else to play off of. Like Dimitri was a good pairing because he could really play off Dimitri, and Dimitri was just straight up evil, and Leo was like bad but not evil. So that was a good pairing of creating different types of drama. We're going to move on to another disappointing story that I hope wraps up real quick, and that is the Everett/Bobby story. We just learned that the killer Connie found out that he knew who, she did it. And to keep him silent, she decided to offer to get rid of Rafe, which is an interesting twist. But if Stephanie is going to be with Alex in the safe film so far in advance, if Stephanie ends up with Alex again, that definitely goes to show what is going to happen with Everett and Bobby. I usually love DID storylines, but if he leaves the show, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I don't feel like the character's very necessary. He didn't really make his mark with me. I don't blame the actor. The actor is a good actor, but all of the Bobby multiple personalities stuff was with those old writers that I didn't like their writing, and I basically wasn't even watching the show most of the time because every time I tuned in, the dialogue was bad and the characters weren't acting like the characters. So I just kind of tuned, like right back out. But yeah, I'm ready for the Everett Bobby situation to wrap up. Um, I don't know if Jada and Rafe are going to stay together. He's actually been very controlling this week, but um, which didn't feel right. I didn't like that he was the way he was controlling over Jada, but I don't know. Maybe Jada ends up with a Everett Bobby fused together type situation. Because if Bobby and Everett become one person, Bobby will also have, I mean, yeah, Everett will also have Bobby's memories and feelings for Jada. So I don't know. The story's a dud for me. Let me know if you're loving it, but I'm not. We're going to move on to Steve joining John in Greece. So hopefully this will wrap up the Constantine daughter storyline. Now that Constantine is gone, we can wrap it up that John didn't actually get rid of Constantine's daughter. I 100% believe she's still alive. And because there's been a spoiler for like a long time, they talked about John's memories on what he thinks they are. So I don't think he actually got rid of them. So I think when they eventually show Steve and John in Greece, we're gonna get John finding out the truth that he didn't do what he think he did, so he doesn't have all that guilt hanging over him. Now, one of the other things I hated, and this is with the new writers, Connie being the one who got rid of Li Shin. So we ain't seen Connie since what, November? So it's July. And in the past week, they revealed that she's the one who did it. And I still think Li Shin is going to come back because he was in the anniversary pictures from this coming November that everybody filmed. So I think that we're going to get a Dr. Rolf type situation where Rolf uh, saved or brought back Lee, because I think he's definitely going to be back on the show. Or else why would he be in that picture? Why was he in that picture if he wasn't a part of the cast like 6 months from now? So, and I just want to say the reason why I hate that Connie did it is because I love murder mysteries. I love trying to figure them out. The whole thing with, the fingerprints and on the book and all that kind of stuff. I was like, okay, I'm ready to move on from the story anyway. So I just accepted it. But to have Connie, it's like there was no way you could figure out she did it because she was only in like 2 or 3 episodes prior. And then we don't see her for 6 months. And now she's got this expanded role. Another thing, now I gotta say, I'm enjoying Days of Our Lives again. I do watch every day. Um, I may not like every storyline, but that's every episode. So I don't want to be down on Days of Our Lives because they definitely jumped back up in my they're not number one no more. It used to be my number one soap was Days of Our Lives in General Hospital. Now it's flipped. Now it's actually General Hospital, and then Days of Our Lives and Young and Restless are tied for the second spot, and Bold and Beautiful is like way down in that fourth spot. Um, Kind of just hanging in there. So we're gonna move on to, and I say that to say I'm not excited about this next storyline. I just hope that it's a cool storyline that as fans can enjoy. But who really cares about Tate and Abe producing Body and Soul? The soap within the soap. So it was, we had amnesia. I was fine with it, but I don't feel like we need it. But let me know in the comment section if you're looking forward to the whole body and soul being revived. We'll probably get some of our actors doing like double duty as these characters on this, fake soap or whatever, which will be good. We'll get to see our characters sort of like chewing the scenery, because body and soul is exaggeration of soaps. So, so the other question is, Abe and Kate, is this going to lead to some sort of triangle or quadrangle with Paulina, Kate, Roman, and Abe? We're about to get something like that going. So that could be interesting. To me, that's more interesting than the soap, but okay. Now we're moving on to Johnny and Chanel. Johnny and Chanel, I love them. I like them as a couple. I like that they're still together. I like their stand in Salem, but I don't see any new storyline set up for them. So I'm just curious about what's next for Johnny and Chanel now that they're staying in town. Are they going to become body and soul actors? Will Johnny be like a director on a soap or something? So I'm sure they're going to be consolidating and bringing people in. But what's next for Johnny and Chanel? But I saved the worst for last. So I can deal with everything, including Connie being Legion, crazy person. I can deal with every storyline on the soap except for one. There is one storyline that I know pisses me off at every turn. I wish I didn't hate it so much, but I truly hate Holly and Tate. These old ass teenagers. I think in real life, I said it in the video what their real ages was. I think she's 24 and he's 26. They're both were playing 16-year-olds. In Tate's dialogue, they then brought it out that no, he's not 16. He's actually about to turn 18 and go to college. Helps a little bit, but not by much because he don't look 16, you don't look 17, you don't look 18. The actress that plays Holly looks 16, 17. She looks young. She looks like a kid. She doesn't look 24 unless you go online and Google her. Like, you have to find pictures and stuff like this. I'm like, oh, in her real life, she looks her age. But they do put the barrettes in her hair and do whatever they can to make her look young and youthful. And it's been working. But what really gets on my nerves is this whole storyline that doesn't feel very thought out, where Aaron and Tate are switching places, and he's using Tate's ID, and he's like, well, they probably won't look very closely. And Aaron actually got on a plane with Tate's ID, a plane in 2024. He was able to use somebody's ID who he doesn't look anything like. It's little details like that that annoy the hell out of me and make me not care about the storyline. Also, Holly and Tate have had a horrible romance. Holly wanted Johnny. She didn't want Tate. She pushed Tate away at every turn, even when she OD'd and Tate was locked up in juvie or wherever he was, waiting trial. She still wouldn't tell the truth. But then all of a sudden, he gets out. I know the writers changed, and they can't stay away from each other. They're just like so in love. I'm like, there was no buildup to this. Even if Holly had more of a change of heart and was the one that championed him to get him out and standing up to everybody and realizing she had feelings for him, having whatever. It just didn't add up at all. And then we have as they're at the airport, and Aaron has left, and Tate asks Holly, "So where do you want to go?" Excuse me, you're asking Holly where does she want to go, and so you really don't have a plan. And I'm saying to myself, does Tate have money? How is Tate going? How is Tate gonna take care of himself and Holly and them being together? How is he gonna pay for food and lodgings and everything? It's like, to me, the story is just so, you know, not thought out. And his parents aren't gonna visit him in lacrosse camp. Lacrosse camp doesn't allow parents. Um, I don't think Teresa and Brady are the type of people that wouldn't pop up. And it's a lacrosse camp, it's not jail. And they've got money. So just the idea, and then also calling Tate, you know, you can see his location based on his phone. There's just so many plot holes. If this was the 80s, okay, fine. But it's not, it's 2024. And everything about this story, it just, it's an assault to intelligence that any of this is happening. And what about Aaron's family? You know, where, oh, before I forget, Tate was telling Aaron, hey, you go to the cross camp, it's prestigious. You can get like into any school you want to get into. Blah, blah. How? How? He's going in under a fake name. So how can he benefit from this lacrosse camp? Is he going to go to a college and say, hey, I want this lacrosse scholarship? I was pretending to be my friend, so that's why his name is on this camp that I was at, but I was actually there. Nothing about the story makes sense, and it irks me because it's an insult to intelligence. But everything else I can deal with. I'm so excited to find out how Nicole actually exits. I want to see the DiMera versus Titan war. I want to see EJ trying to get revenge on Steph, Gabby, Kristen, Melinda, everybody. Um, I'm giving new Gabby a chance that, she's not Camilla, but hopefully this is just the growing pains of just the early stages of being a character. But I really want her to be able to go off and give me the energy that Gabby gives. So I'm still excited to see what happens with Jenny and Gabby. I like Annalyn McCord. I know she's a good actress. I know that there's going to be so much angst with her and Chad and not really knowing if she's Abigail. But I just thought about something. Fingerprints, DNA tests. Once again, it's 2024. In the 80s or the 70s, on a soap, you could get away with that. But yeah. But I'll go with it. Maybe Clyde's people will falsify the test or something. I don't know. Um, I do want to see how the Everett Bobby storyline ends, especially with Connie going after Rafe. I know she's not going to kill him, but I want to see how that plays out. Um, Steve, John finding out the truth that he didn't really give her the counseling daughter. Xander finding out he's Victor's son. Xander versus Kristen. I want to know what's next for Johnny Chanel. And while I don't understand why Abe and Kate are producing this body and soul soap opera, I'm just gonna wait and see if it's something that's lighthearted, funny, whatever it's gonna be. love quadrangles. So all of the storylines I just named, I am excited about. There's only one story that I don't care about, and that's Holly and Tate. Excuse me. But I'm ending it here before I start coughing. And not, my voice is raggedy right now. Don't know why. But I'm going to end it here. And if you made it to the end of this video, please like, please comment, please share, please do all the YouTube things because I really appreciate you. And appreciate you spending time with me. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments for this video. And if you're a member, you're going to see this video first. So give that membership a try too. It's my birthday month. It's a great birthday gift to become a member. And with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.